Welcome back, everyone. Well, I'm excited about this, and you're going to know why in a minute. Every once in a while in our world, the planets line up. You find the right partner with the right subject and the right kind of content, and all of a sudden, it starts to evolve. Well, you might recall a couple of months ago, right?
Yes.
Or a month ago?
Yep, early September.
This is Joe Dragone, who's the superintendent of the Ballston Spa School System. And Joe and I got together with the help of CEFCU to put together a series chronicling the activities of the students who are involved with the Smart Tech campus.
Yes. Yes.
And we had a big event this morning, and you'll see some of that in the program today. But I just had to have Joe come over so we could talk about this.
Great. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate it.
Oh,
always a pleasure.
You're quite welcome. Why don't, after setting that kind of stage, why don't you just give us a little rundown of what happened this morning?
Sure. We're very fortunate. We operate our clean technologies and sustainable industries early college, high school at the TechSmart campus, which is part of Hudson Valley in Malta, New York. Close to Global Foundries, close to Luther Forest Tech Park. Really the epicenter of all the energy around the industries that are driving the economy in our region. So this morning we had our business partner breakfast. We bring all of our business partners in. It's sponsored by Gilbane, and we appreciate them sponsoring our breakfast. Right. Folks talk about the work that we're doing from a business perspective about why it's important that they're involved. And then from there, the juniors and the seniors have project presentations, and this year the freshmen were involved with the videos that they were making and the projects that they're engaged in as well. So we have 200 plus students, we have 400 plus people in attendance. Just a great event to talk about how we're bringing together business and industry, education, K-12 and higher ed, and government, and really working together to create this cross-sector lens about how we can feed the workforce pipeline and talk about real college and career readiness.
Well, Joe, so often you hear about, okay, the young people today, they're isolationists, they're going in their room, and they're just on their smartphones, or they're just their computers, and the social skills are lacking and stuff like that. I got news for you. If the kids that we talked to this morning and the kids that you'll get to know over the next 8 months are any indication of our future, we're in seriously good hands.
Yeah, I'll tell you, a real important part of the program is, and we're explaining it to a few of the partners this morning, because they remarked on the same thing. And we assess the kids in communication. We assess them in collaboration, we assess them in creativity and innovation, and we assess them in critical thinking. We have rubrics built around that. So it's really a matter of communication, how you communicate, what your audience is. They have mentors with another partner with Millennium Communications, who's a great partner of us, talking about how you communicate, how you market. All of that is an important part of the program and how they collaborate. So it's problem-based learning. They're solving problems. They're working in groups. They're applying thought regarding new technologies, finding solutions to answers in their own backyard. So it's a really unique transdisciplinary, across disciplines approach that connects kids to the real world, to higher education, and the workforce. So we're just so excited about the work, and we're just even more excited today after talking to all of our business partners about how many more people want to get involved in what we're doing.
Hey, and in case you want to know what level we're working out here, the presentations this morning. Now look, many of us work for big corporations. We went to these conventions. We walked convention floors and we heard presentations from all kinds of vendors, and you see it now at the Chamber of Commerce events and those kinds of things. These are kids. And at every single stop along the way, these kids were articulate, they were smart, they presented themselves well, they were respectful. It was stunning to me. It was on par with anything I'd seen before. And so you can get an idea of what we're talking about here. The subject was nanotechnology. So I said to Joe, I said, you know what? I got to look this up. Just make sure that I know what I'm talking about. I have to read it to you. Nanotechnology is the manipulation of matter on an atomic, molecular, and supramolecular scale. These kids have it. They know what they're talking about. We're in good hands.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, that's part of the learning, Jesse. The seniors focus on applications in nanotechnology. So they learn about really products that are already in existence that have manipulated at this level to solve new problems. And then over the course of the year, they end up creating their own, proposing their own solution to a problem as we get to our capstone projects in June. And you saw today a great conversation with a student explaining to me how you make water wetter
Yeah, that's
I
right.
said,
I talked to him. That's right.
It was unbelievable, and it was just the thought around look at it, how you can manipulate the particles to ultimately control fires and put fires out quicker, and have an extinguisher that responds to different types of combustibles as well. So just amazing, and you could see the understanding really taking place, and that's something, you know, as a lifetime educator and somebody, you know, who really we've been championing this program for 4 years now. To see the teaching and learning is really the greatest reward that we have. It's just it's really it's fulfilling work.
Oh, I know. Joe, you speak about it so eloquently,
I
by the way.
appreciate that.
You really
Thank
do. There's so much that we could talk about here. We're out of time, but Joe's going to be a frequent guest over the next 8 months, so we can bring you up to date on what's going on. And then as the students shoot in the field, and they were there today with cameras, and we start to help them, mentor them, editing these programs together, you'll get to see firsthand what we're talking about. But none of it would be possible unless the vision of Joe and his team was there. And I just I gotta tell you, the planets are lining up on this one, Joe.
Yeah, it's really exciting. The project with Look TV is incredibly exciting to document this work, have the kids tell their story. You know, we're grateful for SEFCU for all of their support, and our 30-plus partners across the board. And we saw that this morning, whether it's nonprofit, whether it's the chambers, all the local chambers, SEDC, everyone involved from a larger business energy level that collaborate that work right through all our specific sponsors, whether it's mentoring kids, whether it's the significant financial contributions we receive to help scholarship the students for their college tuition. Everybody across the board. It's real. We have real cross-sector energy, and that's what we want to carry through the program.
And you're probably saying to yourself, how can I get involved? And we will cover that in subsequent conversations.
Absolutely.
All right, Joe, thanks very much.
My
for
pleasure.
coming
Thank
in.
you for having me in, Jesse.
See you. To see this interview again, head to our website, looktvonline.com.